The dazzling white spotlights of the Cow Palace in San Francisco, California, simultaneously illuminated a small, thin Chinese man sitting in the front row of the VIP section, just as Randall Blackwood, standing 2.03 meters, 6 feet 8 inches, tall and weighing 162 kilograms, 357 pounds, of muscle mass built over 14 years of continuous American full-contact kickboxing, combined with documented anabolic steroid use from the Texas black market, and the current two-time consecutive heavyweight world champion of the American Full-Contact Kickboxing Federation for 1971 and 1972, took the official microphone from the event's head host. Pointing his massive, muscular right index finger straight at Bruce Lee in front of the 6,000 spectators packing the Central California arena, he spoke loudly into the microphone in English with a heavy Southern accent that echoed through every corner of the Cow Palace. Ladies and gentlemen attending tonight's final awards ceremony of the American two-time kickboxing championship, sitting quietly in the front row of the VIP section is a small, thin Chinese man who, for the last 3 years in a row, has been publicly selling the white American public the idea that Asian martial arts actually work against modern American kickboxing. For 4 absolute seconds on that cold night of Sunday, December 3rd, 1972, all 6,000 American spectators in attendance at the Cow Palace simultaneously forgot how to breathe. Randall continued loudly into the microphone. I, Randall Blackwood, two-time American heavyweight champion, publicly challenge this Asian Chinese imposter from American cinema to a technical demonstration right now. Right here in front of 11 official television cameras broadcasting live across all of North America. It was December 3rd, 1972. There were 6,000 pairs of American eyes watching at once. And in the next 5 seconds, the two-time consecutive American heavyweight champion would publicly refuse to fight the small, thin Chinese man in front of those 11 official American television cameras broadcasting live. The man who had challenged Bruce was named Randall Blackwood. He was 34 years old, born in Houston, Texas, and a direct descendant of Texas oil families on his father's side. At age 11, he began practicing English boxing at a Houston public recreation center. At 18, he transitioned to the nascent American full-contact kickboxing scene of 1960. At age 25, in 1963, he was introduced to anabolic steroids through Texas-Mexican amateur bodybuilders crossing the southern border. Over 9 years of continuous documented use, he transformed his natural Texan frame, originally 195 meters, 6 feet 5 inches, and 105 kilograms, 231 pounds, into a grotesquely muscular figure standing 2.03 meters tall and weighing 162 kilograms of documented amateur professional muscle mass. At 33, in 1971, he won his first official American heavyweight champion title. He successfully defended it in 1972, having not lost a single professional fight over 2 full seasons. Throughout the American full-contact kickboxing circuit, he was known by the moniker his Texan ring announcer always officially introduced him with. Randall was known as the Texas Titan. Over a continuous 14-year career, he had accumulated 47 official professional victories, 40 of which ended in a first-round technical knockout. Bruce Lee was 32 years old. He had been officially and graciously invited by the organizing committee of the American two-time full-contact kickboxing championship to attend as an honored special spectator for the final awards ceremony at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. He was sitting quietly in the front row of the reserved section, wearing a black formal jacket over a simple white cotton shirt. He had not expected a public scene on that particular California evening. Bruce looked silently at Randall in the center ring. Calmly, with a slight smile, he ceremoniously stood up from his VIP seat, walked silently to the central ring of the Cow Palace, climbed the 3 official steps in 2 short strides, and removed only his black formal jacket, carefully placing it on an official judge's side chair. They locked eyes in the center of the official ring. Randall began to laugh loudly and boisterously. He assumed a classic offensive Texas kickboxing stance, gloved fists raised to chin level. First second, Bruce took no recognizable competitive stance. He simply stood motionless in the center of the ring, arms relaxed at his sides, looking Randall directly in his American eyes. Second, Randall took a calculated half-step forward. Bruce did not move at all, continuing to stand calmly with a faint smile on his thin Asian face. Third second, Randall came to a complete stop half a step short of effective striking distance. For 2 seconds, he momentarily lowered his gloved fists and looked into Bruce's eyes. Something technically silent occurred within the deep internal stance of the two-time Texan champion before the quiet smile of the thin Chinese man. 4th second. Randall stepped back half a step, then a full step, then 2 full steps, returning completely to the neutral corner of the official ring. He took the official microphone from the main Texan host and spoke loudly in a harsh southern accent heard throughout the Cow Palace. I withdraw the challenge. I publicly withdraw the challenge. 5th second. The 6,000 American spectators present at the Cow Palace simultaneously exploded in total collective shock. The 11 official American television cameras, amidst a silent Texan internal hush, captured every frame of the two-time champion. Bruce bowed deeply in formal Asian ceremonial respect toward Randall in the neutral corner of the ring. Without saying another word, he retrieved his black formal jacket, methodically and unhurriedly put it back on, walked silently down the 3 official ring steps, returned calmly to his reserved VIP seat, sat back down, and patiently continued watching the final official awards ceremony, as if absolutely nothing had happened in the preceding minutes. Randall Blackwood publicly explained his refusal in an interview given 3 days after the incident, on December 6, 1972, to Sports Illustrated, which was published in a special issue the following week. He said only this: "For 14 consecutive years as the Texas Titan, I believed that modern American full-contact kickboxing was the most advanced combat sport on planet Earth. In just 5 seconds in the center ring of the Cow Palace, looking deep into the quiet little smile of that thin Chinese man, I learned a technical, silent truth that 14 years of a continuous American amateur professional career had never fully taught me. That there are men in this world who do not need to physically move to technically defeat you. Some men win simply by standing quietly, smiling slightly, and looking you silently in the eye. In those 5 seconds, I saw technically and precisely how I would lose if I moved forward. I saw every exact movement Bruce Lee was going to execute against me. I saw the exact articulation of my own right knee that he was going to attack. I surgically saw the precise anatomical spot on my professional body that would never recover. I chose to publicly step back and technically acknowledge an inevitable defeat in advance, rather than learn firsthand in practice what that internal Asian silence truly means." Randall Blackwood officially retired from professional American competition in January 1973, just 1 full month after the ceremonial incident. He opened a small, private specialized kickboxing academy in Houston. Over the next 3 decades, he trained hundreds of Texan kickboxers. He passed away in 2019 at the age of 81 in Houston. In 5 seconds on that cold Sunday night at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, 6,000 ordinary American spectators learned once and for all that the most dangerous man in any ring in the professional world is never the 2-time Texan champion, who is first to hurl a public challenge before 11 official live broadcasting television cameras. It is the small, thin Chinese man, invited graciously as an honored VIP spectator, who silently steps into the center ring without changing out of his formal attire, simply stands there smiling slightly, and defeats the 2-time American heavyweight champion without making a single visible physical movement for any of the 11 television cameras broadcasting live on that particular California evening.